We talk the truth, not just a brand for car lovers across the land. For the love of cars, Uganda we roll. From dusty road to crimson patrol. With your streets we break it down, helping every drummer in the town. For the love, for the love, for the love of cars, Uganda. Welcome to the road where rubber meets the soul. For the love of cars, Uganda. On the streets the story's right. All the new the shine with pride. Toyota, Nissan, Benzo, Mazda, we break it down, no propaganda. Every papa's got the tale. Village to city scale, we talk the truth, not just a brand. For car lovers across the land. For the love of cars, Uganda, we roll. Hey. From dusty roads to crimson patrol. We break it down, helping every drummer in the town. For the love, for the love, for the love of cars, Uganda. Pre-purchase checks, we lead the way. Track your car, no games to play. Restore the past, drive into tomorrow. We bring the love, no just the horsepower. Is it more worthy expired? We'll show you what, no just the hype. Stunning views and legion moves. We teach you more than just for those. Tools from the basics up. Trucking gear and car gear stuff. If you new or it's on bed. For the love of cars, you ain't seen nothing yet. It's in money, driving proud. This is more than just machines. It's the love, the life, the dream. For the love of cars, Uganda, we roll. From dusty road to crimson patrol. When you streets, we break it down, helping every number in the town. For the love, for the love, for the love of cars, Uganda. Good morning, my people. How are you today? Don't get about Subaru Impreza. Enter over here and Joe. It's a video I'm uploading for you. It's going to be live immediately after the broadcast. But how is your morning? Today is Market Tuesday. Tell us about your products and services. Tell us about your businesses and where you're found. Chechi good dewati. Muziki Deco. Moyombia Mark, good morning. Brigitte Kakai, Kambes, Dr. VIP, K. Jovan, The Direct Shot, Richard Wanga, Namuiga Irene, Fahad Chemist, Aijuka Blair, Ricky Chikawa, Yusuf Magala, good morning. Chasa Media. How are you, my people? Today is Tuesday. Yesterday I had an inspection that wasn't successful. But first, before I tell you about this, like the broadcast, hi Sunny Yadav, how is India, my brother? How is India? So before I tell you the story of yesterday's inspection, these are two unsuccessful inspections, and I'm going to tell you the pattern. The pattern is common, and it's going to keep happening if you don't address it. It's just a media, but you seem to be my caromate. I reside in Matuga. Now Matuga is a new chanja. Bagenda kora makubao, bangaya genda kora makubao. Chiraika ni neighbor. John's Info, good morning. Sunny India Dav, yes, I am in Africa right now. So anyway, guys, I'm going to share the story of the inspection yesterday. I'll compare it with the inspection of Sunday and a couple of inspections that have happened over the past couple of months that have been unsuccessful. And I'm going to tell you the pattern. Karota Uganda, good morning. So the pattern is quite common, and it happens especially when you don't listen. Nainda Bagamba, Rama Charity Organization, good morning. Opongo Solomon, sorry, good morning. So guys, but before we go on, tell us about your business products and services. It does not matter whether it's local or international or national. Say, let me be the first one to advertise. I am Arthur from For the Love of Cars Uganda. I do pre-purchase inspection in case you're buying a car or in case you're planning to buy a car and you don't want to make a fatal mistake or the fatal mistake that most people make of losing money as they purchase. I am your guy. I help you make the right decision. I charge a small fee, 450,000 shillings, for a full day of inspection in the Kampala CBD, which is where most cars are located. And I come with a mechanic. We do inspection from computerized check, electronics, engine, transmission, chassis, paperwork, and aesthetics, interior and exterior. And I also advise you on the course of action that you should be taking, which is what I did yesterday as well, which is what I did on Sunday as well. I do that always. And thank you, Chasa Media. Guys, like the broadcast, you started too. So, brother, I want to see an African girl. Will you show me? My brother. YouTube is full of those videos. You can find them. Here we are all about cars. We are all about cars. So, guys, that's the service I give. That's one way we keep the channel running. I also sell car tracking devices. Guys, put tracking devices in your car. It will help you recover your car in case the inevitable happens, yeah? In case the inevitable happens, it will help you recover your car. So put tracking devices in your car and I sell them. I sell at 450,000 for one that is voice activated. You can call it and listen to the people in the car. And 350,000 for one that is not voice activated. So I sell those things. I also sell car alarms, but alarms, it's coming to an age where we don't really need alarms. That's what I'm thinking. Me, I install alarms in all my cars. Even the Starlet has an alarm. But for most of you guys, yeah. So anyway, I do that. Guys, tell us what you do so that you never know, someone might be looking up for your product or service. Go see say customer. Me, I'm not the kind of person that believes in opening my shop that God will give me customers. I believe that when I open the shop, I also have to tell the community that my shop is open, and I also tell them what I sell. So guys, tell us what you do, so that we see if there is a customer here for you. And then I'll be telling you the story of yesterday's inspection. Girl, you're my number one. I tell you that, but you don't care. You don't give a damn, you don't dare. My number one girl, you rule my world. You took my heart, never ever, but you make me beg. You make me beg. Every time I come over, you make me beg. But why? But why? Sitting up, just sitting up, give me some love. I promise I will never let you down, my girl. Till I reach all the things, many things don't mean nothing. For as long as you got my heart, yeah. I say yes, I say no, I say baby let's take it slow. You are my number one girl, you rule my world, you took my heart, never a part. You make me big, you make me big. Every time I come over, you make me big. But why? But why? But you never ever take what I say. But you know what to do ever again. You rub my one, it goes around.
and round and round and round. I love you so, I need you so, I never leave you so. Girl, I tell you this every day, every night, that I really feel you again tonight. Give us a chance, you and I, you and I, you and I. Give us a chance, you and I, you and I, you and I. Ration nimba, nimba, nimba. Ration nimba, I. Ration nimba, nimba, nimba. Ration nimba, I. Ration nimba, ration nimba, 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 nimba. Ration nimba, ration nimba, I. Sitting up, sitting up, sitting up, blink, jagala to a side. Ration nimba, nimba, but I promise I will never let you down, my girl. Ration nimba, nimba, nimba. Ration nimba, I. Ration Jesus, ration nimba, I. That ain't gonna last for long. Time does not wait. Okay, man.
Yes, guys, good morning once again. Richard Akiweba Kuja. Amir, yes. Suda Sunny Dav, that's a song, yes. Chris Fitness, good morning. Savage, good morning. Savage Agambie, for all your furniture needs, you can reach out to them. They are located in Mitiana. Savage, please share your contact as well. Guys, there are tricks to writing contact numbers on YouTube. You write 0#7# like that, or 0 double space like that, or 0 double underscore like that. Please, when you market, also share your phone number so that people can reach out to you directly. I do an agronomist, and I also do car hire and transport services. Please share your contacts as well. Echasa Media. Arthur, do you park your car outside? Yes, I park my car outside. I've always parked my car outside. I've not believed in building a garage for the car. The car needs to be ready to go at all times. Car needs to go. Needs to be ready to go. To Singure Obed, no one should advise you at what mileage you should stop driving your car. Drive your car as long as it still moves. Yeah. Go the Echasa Media like that. Katanti Echasa Media, rewrite your entire. Yes, Obed. Echasa Media, rewrite your entire marketing statement, and then at the end put your phone number. Hey, Obed, you can drive your car as long as it still moves. No one should tell you that you cannot drive your car. You drive it until it stops moving. And even when it stops moving, get a mechanic to fix it and it continues moving. Nkarubo Hashim, good morning.
Chicken tight, appetite, satisfy. Girl, give me chance, I'll know you mine. Say, wanna saba, show you ya. Excuse me, posing ya. Love and banana, when jaka, dueraga, twala bata, twako. I need a man who can love me. Successful apprentice, atete kuna na pensi, we sorting it, we loading it, una for no recording it. When it is, it's all, no matter what you ask, don't let that go. When it is, it's all, no matter what another way, give me what I need, give me what you need, more in the way. Now, cause I savvy, see my body, my looks, make what I take with fire. Girl, you got me feeling that bones up, but as I'm feeling right now. They can't go to all of us, sing to our way, holding out on them. Bagala extra man, bagala musikila musaka play your mind. Bawana, bateka kajiwa basubira nyama akwasa mapela. Amari kulinangana. No. Wanna chase it all. Wasawa, hurry up to top. Wanna chase it all. No matter what you ask, don't let her go. Wanna chase it all. Now I demo bagala. No. Wanna chase it all. Stay there, I'm teasing and I'm shopping up one mother. Now waving up, finish line, bye, now stepping up. Better stay there, I'm teasing and I'm shopping up one mother. Now waving up, finish line, bye, now stepping up. That's why they got things, but she said, she thinks she keep on running over. Now you tell her this, tell her they want it to be. Yeah.
Wasawa hurry at the flow. No matter what she asks, don't let her go. Mama Kuriana nothing no. Wasawa hurry at the flow. No matter what she asks, don't let her go. What it is, it's over. What them bagala in a do. Finish line, bye, got stepping up. It's not the way, give me what I need, give me what you need, boy. Better stay the artisan. I'm shopping up her mother. She went away, then she sets away. We know the guy she told you that you know she walks away, you know she goes. That's why she say every time. That's what the wallet is. Okay, man. Good morning, my people, once again. Mpanga Godfrey, Julia Sengova, Mwasuze Mutiaka, you guys are good. So yesterday I had an inspection. And you remember the inspection of the Primo? That one I shared with you. I ended up by advising the gentleman to collect money and go to the bond. Because the kind of car he wants and the kind of budget he has, those things don't work together. It's a fact. Yesterday the same thing happened. So the gentleman on Sunday, remember the guy that paid me, I told you about it, paid me money to find the best Primo old model super that I can get, and when I get it, I alert him. Now, I've told you time and again, and I don't even want to do that again. I know there's like 2 people that wanted me to do it. I will not do it. You send me money, I get a car for you. I will not do it unless you send me someone to do it with. Like if you want to buy a car, you don't send Arthur to go find a car for you alone. You send Arthur together with another person, and we either find a car or don't find a car. You send me someone that understands you better, okay? Like if I wanted to buy something and I am not available, I would send Mama Aban. She knows what I want. She knows what I like. She knows what will make me angry if she buys it and all that. But another person will not understand me better. You get? So that's the thing I advise all of you guys. If you want me to help you get a car when you're not in the country or when you're not available, probably you're busy, send someone. If you don't have anyone, I will not be able to do it. And it's indeed same thing that happens. So I failed to find a good Primo Super. I don't. It might also have to be with to do with the fact that the Primo Super, I find that most of them are overpriced. You'll find the Primo Super UAS being sold at 16. It's not even in very good condition. You get a V million. So I could not find one. And on Saturday, I was planning to go back to the field to look at some options on Saturday. The gentleman called me and said, you know what, Arthur, I'm going to be available on Sunday afternoon. So let's go and look at the cars. And so which was okay. So on Saturday, he himself went to the Vivandas and could not find a good car. Yeah. So on Sunday we met at around 2 and started moving, and we could not find a Primo Super that was to his taste. That's a fact. Why? He likes a car that is as good as new, both on the interior and on the exterior. Now the initial budget was 15 million shillings. Yeah. But when we got talking, he told me, you know what, Arthur, I can increase my budget up to around 18 million shillings. Now, for the people that have been with me, you would know that 18 million for a Primo Super is outrageous. It's like getting money and throwing it in a dustbin. I'm telling you this. And I told him, yes, I know you have the money, you have 18, but buying a Primo Super at that price, at that budget, or at that price, today kusawa ya queen they don't know. Never wakalu. So I told him he would be wasting money, which is the truth. Buying a Primo Super at 18 million shillings would be wasting money. Why? Because at 18, that's a place where I normally tell people, if you don't fear getting credit, let's go get a car from the bond. And I told him the same. And even at 18, personally, I know that even at 18, you'll be getting cars that are worth 15 or 14. There's something special about that particular car that you're buying, but buying a Primo Super at 18 is outrageous. Now, I happen to know that he's going to go and buy a Primo at either 18 or 20 million, because he told me he's really crazy about the Primo Super. He likes how it looks and all that. So I know that he's going to go and buy it. He's not the kind of person that watches my broadcast. He watches my videos from TikTok. So he never watches YouTube. So some of the things that I say on here, he will never get to hear them. Yeah. But in case he buys it, that's a wrong decision. Now, someone is going to ask me, Arthur, why do you think buying a Primo Super at 18 is a bad decision? The Primo Super you're buying at 18 million shillings was bought at 12 million shillings in the bond. Izo Primo webakomera okuzitunda mu bond basitunda kinene nnyo million 17 nga mpya. Kati buying a car that was bought more than 20 years ago. More than 20 years ago at 18. A Morocco ya 20 years ago bagigula 12 in the bond, and you're buying it at 18. Why? You like how it looks. No, they are no okujjako personal olugaya tunda bu paso million 17 in the bond pasos, but the paso doesn't qualify to be called a car. Paso is over what? It's even annoying, the paso. So just like that, we were not able to acquire a car for that gentleman on Sunday. Now, yesterday, the person from yesterday contacted me last week and booked yesterday for inspection, and we chatted. And he had a budget of 17 million shillings, yeah? And with this budget, he wanted to buy a Toyota Wish. And when he told me he wanted to buy a Toyota Wish, I told him he could get a Toyota Wish at the budget that he had at 17 million. He could. And then we drive and start moving. So along the way, I think the night before, he texted me and said, I've talked to my team and we think a Noah would be a good option. And I told him we'll look at the available options. But a Noah at 17 million shillings would be the Noah, the 2004 model Noah. At this moment, I don't recommend it because there is a better car. And the Wish, if you're comparing the Wish to the Noah, the Wish will definitely beat the Noah. The ISIS is also there, it would beat the Noah. You guys, have you sat in the Paso? And have you sat in other cars? Buying a Paso at 17 million shillings is outrageous still. You're going to sell it 10. So anyway, let's go back. So he had told me he fancied the Noah, and I told him we'd look at the available options. But I knew that he would be getting the 2004 model, which is one car that I don't recommend right now at that budget because there's a better one. So when he came, I think he came with his old man. and I started moving. Now I went to pick the mechanic, and where we went to pick the mechanic, there was a Wish. I think the asking price was over 15. And when we were starting to look at the Wish, then the guy pulled me aside and said, Arthur, I don't think I want the Wish anymore. Now I want the new one. And when he told me that, we spent about 20 minutes in the same place. Why? We're trying to debate what newer, which newer. And I told him, at your budget of 17, you're going to get the 2004 model. And then he said, what about 2006? I tell him, still the 2006 and the 2004 model are the same car. So what if I raise it to 20? And I told him, you're still going to get the same car. 21, you're still going to get the same car. And then this is the time I told him, but if you have 20 million shillings, there are bonds where you can get the newer on credit. They'll probably give it to you at like 38, 40 million shillings. He said, good, let's go to the bonds. And if we fail, then we can look at the Wishes again. And then I think that's the time they remember they had a relative that's a broker in Nakawa. Now, let me tell you this. The biggest mistake you're going to make is to have a relative as a broker, a friend as a broker. A relative and a friend as your broker is one of the biggest mistakes you're going to make. Why? One, brokers are not regulated in Uganda. And because they are not regulated in Uganda, it means everyone does what they want. I've realized that brokers are some of the most shameless individuals. I'm telling you this. I work with them. When we are looking for cars, we call brokers, definitely. But they are shameless. They are so shameless that I don't even want to get too close to them. I don't even want to get comfortable talking to them. They are shameless. So they had a relative, I think a cousin of his, that's a broker. So we went to Nakawa. Now, normally when I'm dealing with brokers, I want to be very specific. And this, you remember, is the time I told you about a place where I went to inspect a car, a Rumion, and the gentleman was dealing with a lady broker. The Rumion was totally bad. It was new but bad that we were selling to him. And we drove away to go look at other options. And as we were driving away, the lady called the guy and said, oh, your guy answered your sentence. But the good thing, I was standing with the buyer at all times. My mechanic was standing with us as well at all times. So there was no way. We have not even talked to the woman at all. So when the lady called and said, so he put her on loudspeaker and said, Ogambiechi. So yesterday I had the chance of actually telling her to her face with these people. So when she came, I called her Jangu Nyabo, and I said, because it was the same place we were going to, I said, I want to say this when my people are hearing, so that when we don't buy a car from here, if we don't buy a car from here, you don't call them telling them I asked you for money. And I asked her, do you remember the time you called a buyer telling him that I asked for money? I don't want you to do it again. And she laughed. And she said, because that's something I face a lot. I'm going to inspect a car. We don't buy a car. The broker calls the person buying, says, oyo msajja wansabye sente bwenzi mumye n'agamba temujja kugula. And then we moved. And then, but before I started looking at cars, I wanted to tell the broker what we were looking for. And I asked the broker, do you know exactly what you're looking for? And the broker said, you guys are looking for a newer. And I asked him, do you know the budget that we are looking for the newer in? And he said, no, I don't know. Now, this is where brokers get things wrong. He wants to make you move around, but he doesn't know why you're moving around. He's just making you look at movers. Now, remember, this gentleman has 18 million cash, I think. You get, but the broker doesn't. Nobody's making us look at movers of 27, 30 million shillings. You get. So we looked at the movers, they were still not good. They were still not good nuwas. Now, the guys that are going to Nakawa to buy cars, I know some of you guys are going to buy cars. Don't buy a car on face value, especially if you're buying a used car. Some of those cars that you're going to buy have been doing taxi in the village, and most of the used nuwas in the vivandas in Nakawa have been doing taxi. So they get a car, someone bought a car, took it to Mbale or to Arua, used it for taxi there. It died, or he got tired of it. He came to do better, he brought it back. Now these guys in Nakawa, they know how to wash, but there are things they don't know how to wash that we used to identify a car that has been doing taxi in the village. You get. But some of you guys don't know how to identify, so you need to be careful. Make sure you go with someone that can help you identify those cars, just to make sure that you don't make that mistake. You get. So we looked, I think, at two nuwas of 35 million shillings, which is the money we did not have. Me, I knew my person, I knew the budget that we had. So we went to see a Wish new model. Still a taxi Wish new model from the village. You get. And I think that one was 26. Still from the village. And still bad. And at this time, I think the cousin said, "Go jango yo asa muveko nawe jangu tutambule." And I told them, "Mumanyi mwe mutambule munafune moroke ija musende za mwenga mumpita nganzi jankebera." Nga mumpita nzi jankebera. They moved. I let them move with the mechanic. They moved. Me, I wanted to buy coffee. I went and bought coffee. I did the video on TikTok. And eventually the mechanic calls me and says, "On the same bonne." And then I drove. I went to meet them. So I went and I met them at a bond where they are selling Japanese used cars. One of those places where they sell cars at wholesale price. And they were looking at a Wish. So I asked the gentleman, "Should I inspect now?" And he said, "Don't inspect because I don't have the money for these cars." And at this time, I think he had given up. He said, "The Morokas are bay, katude tongere kusend." Guys, please listen to me. One thing I don't like about the Wish, it has a center. It has a center console. But those are the good cars. They have storage space, a lot of places to put. Guys, please listen to me. Bwe nkugamba nti sente zo zoyina tezigenda sobola kugula moroka eyo nga nnungi. Nze sifunamu bw'ogigula. Bw'otagigula sifunamu. But I don't want you to waste your time. You'll go to Nakawa, you'll go to Bakuli, you'll go to Pine. The brokers have no problem. They'll make you move. They'll make you move and move and move. But if there is no car in your price range, it's not there. The same thing that is happening to majority of you when you go and move, you end up spending 500,000 moving. Ochitegera spending a boda kugabira ba boda chamisana aba bond aba broker chemisana, because the car you want doesn't exist in the price, in the budget you have. Ontegera. It's one of the reasons why people end up buying Nissan X-Trails in the bond. He goes to the bond wanting a Subaru Forester 2016 at 35. Agenda okulanga motoka egifaanana mu X-Trail ngate yasatu mu ttaano nga akigula ngagenda ng'atandika okubonaabona. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying. Please, if I say there is no car in your budget of the cars you want, it's not there. I think the one thing that I've been able to master is the car prices. That's one thing I've mastered, because that way I make sure we don't waste time when we are moving. Like yesterday I was chatting with someone, he wants a fielder and his budget is 30. Now he wanted to buy a used car, and with 30 the cars you can buy literally Raktis, Sienta, Raum, Vitz, Paso. With that money, those cars, probably Subaru Impreza 2012, Subaru Exiga, probably there is an Outback. As long as you're not picking about the model, you get those are cars you can get 30 million and below. But if you top it up to 34, 35 there, you can get a Wish, you can get a Fielder, you can get some Subaru Foresters, you get your options. But if you top up to 40, then the newer also comes into the picture. You get waliwo Auris 34 Auris. You get that whatever amount you top up, your options of cars increase. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying. However, if you get stuck up on the budget, but you want the particular car that you want, you're either going to buy a bad car or you're going to make a bad spend. A bad spend is when you buy the car you want, then you have wasted money. I found that no the basta gitegere mumbera nungi naye naye awudi ateina kuba mumbera nungi mumulabye like not mumulabye short like atemukutte ayimiriza basi zine enkadde ezakolanga school van ngalabira ddala inakuba mumbera mbi naye nga basi eri mumbera nungi. So guys, you need to try as much as possible to work on avoiding either making a bad buy or making a bad spend. I'll give you an example. If you go and buy this Paso Sete or UBN and you buy that Paso Sete at 25 million shillings, you will have gotten what you want, but that's a bad spend. Oshegera, that's a bad spend whether you like it or not. If you go, that's a Prado TX. If you go and buy that Prado TX at 30 million shillings, if you wanted the Prado TX, you'd have bought the car you want, but you would have spent badly. You'd have made a bad spend. And I want you guys to start understanding those things, because njagala kubanga temukyakole izo nsobi ezidda ez'abantu bedda, but because for them they did not know. Okitegeera, I know you have the money, you're buying the car for yourself, and others should probably not be telling you what to do, but they are bad spends and they are bad buys. You get, unless the car is special. Now, let me just say this for the people that really want to buy a Primo Super. The Primo Super is not worth the money anymore. It's not. You're buying a car that someone bought at 12 million from the bond and you're buying it at 16 million. Does that make sense to you? Omusajja agenda mu bond nagula emoroka million 12 nagivuga emyaka 15 gwe nojja n'ogimugulako million 16, unless it has something special it's adding on you, like by owning it, there is something about it that turns heads. If it doesn't have anything that turns heads, if it's not special in any way, don't buy a Primo Super at those outrageous prices. You'll just be losing money. You'll just be losing money. Let me give you examples. There are cars that people could be able to buy like at $10,000 in like 10 years. You see, like my project car, it's one of the candidates. In 10, 20 years, it's possible that someone would come and buy it at 10K. $10,000. Why? Because it's a vintage. It's not an ordinary car. Kati Primo gwani agenda ojikuwamu sente gwezo ojigulemu $15,000. Because $15,000 is a million nga 15 16. But I know that some of you guys will still not listen to me. You'll say, Arthur, I know Rugezi sentence is a tamyendi Primo moroka ngumu ebato likona kotinga gumu. Guys, who told you that moroka bwe tuba tugula bati gumu? Arthur, do you have a good make? Yes. Look for the guy that won the Eyawangula transmission rebuilder of the year ku Love for Cars convention, Love for Cars awards. Bamita CBK Auto Works. Ajaji kola bulungi ateta biddamu. Can we get our race manual car? If it's there, yes. If it's not there, no. Why don't you ever talk about German cars like the Audi? Yeah, I'm talking about cars that you should be driving. I'm not talking about cars that you should be driving to show power. You get? Because those cars are problematic. We all know they are problematic. But people still buy them. I know someone that was driving the Audi Katavuga Subaru. Audi Abivako. After my friend got a Harrier 2011 model at 60 million, but is it worth Yes, it is. Harrier Kauno is a very expensive car, you guys. Very expensive. Would I buy it at 60 million? Hell no. But it's what it is. At 60 million, me, I'm looking at getting a zero mileage car, Memodao. Lawrence Omule, good morning. Samuel and Tali. I don't know what happened to your names, guys. So, guys, so that's what happened yesterday. We ended up not buying a car. 60 million and go to Toyota Namave and get a brand new Kavera. Thank you, Jovan. The million in Kaga since again and in Angura Moroka and Kadi. Sisobola. I tell you, we have hybrid in a Moroka zero mileage. Mujukida our target. Our target by 2029 is to drive a zero mileage car. At this rate, I may not get to 2029 before I buy a zero mileage car because I can get financing and I start driving myself a zero mileage car. Which take it. I need an RS manual. If you have any idea how can get it, please. I don't have any idea to see me. Go to the bonds and see if they can get you a manual one or import one or convert one, which I don't advise. So you can import one. I'm not sure if they have a brand new car at 60 million at Toyota, but I'm sure they have one at 70. That I'm sure of. I'm not sure they have one at 60, but I'm sure they have one at 70. And they are small, though. They are not like the car. I'm sure some of the cars you'll get at 70 million. The Starlet, the Rumion and Pierre Kabupi. But they are there. Morokachi, Jovan, you tell us which car is there at 60. You tell us. Racho Tioku Jogera. Racho Tioku Jogera, Jovan. Racho Tioku get a zero mileage car. Guys, tell us what you do. And you never know, your customer might be here waiting. Your customer might be here waiting. Jovan, you get a Morocco video. After how can I know the taxes I have to pay because I'm in Dubai? One is a per society. You already has a tax calculator, but just know if you're going to buy a car at 15 million, the taxes are going to be 15 to 17 total. That's all you have to know. If it's lower, then good for you. But guys, the guys that are buying cars at 60, 70 million, go buy zero mileage cars. They will not be as big as the ones you're getting at 60, but a zero mileage car with 2 years warranty on parts, who then want to buy? So Gerald, just no Gwemoroka na jogura bojugula 20 man msoro gwa 20 or 21. Bojugula 60 man msoro gwa 60 or 65. Like that. If it's lower, then it's good for you. Which take it. Guys, mujemba kwa inspection. Mugule tracker. My friend wants to buy his first car, but his wife is telling him to build first. Advise, please. Show you, Alex. You know, I think our women know us. The wife knows him better than us, right? The wife knows him better than us. But personally, I think the money that buys a car cannot build a house. Even if it is a million in car, in some ways, zero mileage car, tizimba nyumba. Another trick is this: Dubai cars are cheap. 50 million gets you a brand new 2025 car model. Now, taxes, I'm sure, is exactly. If you get a 50 million car in Dubai, the taxes will be 50 million here. Arthur, good morning. You have a personal experience with the Impreza 2012 and above in Riyadh. They are okay. But don't buy 2012. Buy 2013 and above. You see, Alex, Echintu Chokuzimba. I don't know how much money he has. I don't know what car he's planning to buy. The thing that people don't know, buying a car buying a car is also a decision to help you live longer. In Uganda, a lot of young men die. But the reason the young men are dying is not because of cancer. A lot of young men don't die because of HIV. A lot of young men don't die because of asthma. A lot of young men die because of accidents. James, my contact is in the description of the channel. Please note, I charge 50,000 consultation on the phone and WhatsApp. Guys, buying a car, I think your friend should explain to the wife why he's buying a car. Men, a car is one way for you to live longer in Uganda. A border is one of the death traps in Uganda. And I know majority of you guys cannot manage a taxi. So what would you rather do? Would you rather die on a border or live longer in a car without a house? And also, guys, building a house, you don't have to build a house and complete it before you enter. I'm sure the people that came to my house in Gatwaka, if they come to my house now, 5 years later, they cannot believe that it's the same house. Lastly, I'd like to get Subaru. Joban, toto guy moroka za million in kaga ziliyo. Chotu buza. Yeah, but the car you want to buy will pay a lot of taxes. If it's 1999, you're going to pay a lot of taxes. Ateno rumo inzo kusango ino sasura no nenguzi. It's not just about taxes, it's also about knowing who you know. Good morning, Francis. The 60 million car looks like a Nissan model. Which car is that? Tell us. Zichema started million kaga munana konsamu. Ka started yaka akapia. Akoko nafuna quotation yako. Mark X 15 to 20, any good? Yeah. I'm sure you can. It's a certain over lot 4 awinama. I'm compiling a list of the most affordable brand new cars. Very soon I'll be telling you. So anyway, guys, Badenziramu Gundi, Badenziramu Alex Agamba, his friend wants to buy a car, but the wife is telling telling him to build a house first. Guys, buying a car in Uganda is a safety measure. It's like, you know how you eat vegetables? Buying a car is like eating vegetables. Border borders kill more people than a lot of diseases. Border borders make people lame more than polio. And most of you guys are taking border borders because you don't have cars. Buy a car to save your life. I think that's enough for your friend to go make a case with the wife. Guys, Kambasiole, thank you very much for choosing to be with me on this morning broadcast. I don't take you for granted. Abadi Mukamoli, thank you very much for the guys that are watching this video later on in the day. I don't take you for granted. The guys that are watching later on in the week, in the month, or in the year, thank you very much for choosing to watch this very long video. You guys, I know it's not easy, it's not cheap, but ngabwe nabagamba abantu ku YouTube muri bagagga ukitegera eno YouTube broadcast tera bamwavu muyombya Mark Brigitte Kai Kambesi Dr. VIP K Jovan the director Richard Wanga Namiga Irene Fahad Kemi Ajuka Blair Richard Chikawa Ichasa Media Yusuf Magala Sani Yadav Jones Info Karota Uganda Opong Solomon Rama Charity Organization Basic Chris Katamba Isaac Katende Savage Nubura Chris Fitness Richard Aki Ami Katame I think Paul Sema VIP to Swingwire Obeda Afande Nkaruwo Hashim Mpanga Godfrey Zukanye Ntiyoke Nyeje Henry Chiobyo Alex Francis NBA Musime Kim Job Kawes Yas Hassan, I think. Samuel Ntale, Bruno Bakahika, Tusime, Enos, Samuel Gracious, Sekaja, Mbamaze bantu bangi, German Speed G-Force, Obua James, Bruno Bakahika nakumaze banayimba maze, Ben Hasler, Isma Mutachala, consumption of the project Kenywanga Fielder, Rashida Farm Security, Lamane Dui, uyo pastor wa Fenaku zino, David Sozi, and Bumoja. Guys, thank you very much for choosing to be with me today. I don't take you for granted. I appreciate the fact that you like us this much. I wish you a very lovely Tuesday. I'll see you tomorrow. More Lifestyle Wednesday. Ciao.